how's this? We've got a Ghostbuster, a Blues Brother, an SNL alumnus. When you have one, it's only a nus, alumnus.
Stop saying an us.
Stop saying an us. Dan Aykroyd.
Good morning, gentlemen, lady. Good day. Good day.
Hello, Dan Aykroyd. What a treat to have you in the studio. How are you?
Glad you feel that way.
It is
Yeah.
a treat.
Oh my
This is
gosh,
huge.
this is like massive for us.
Well, you know, the Tyrannosaur is something to behold, and I know you're all excited to see
Oh, yeah.
the specimen.
Tyrannosaurus only in the fact that you're a star of amazing movies and you are a legend.
Been around
of
a
your
long
generation.
time. Been around a long time.
Hopefully not a predator. All right.
No.
Dan, I've got a quick story about my mum that I need to share with you that I think you might find a bit interesting. My mum, over the last few years, each year she'll go overseas on a trip with her girlfriends, and she will always come back. And up until about maybe 2 years ago, she'd always come back with a scarf from wherever in the world she was.
Right.
And I just had to sit her down. I'm like, Mum, I really appreciate the scarf, but I kind of hate them and I don't wear them. So now, every time she goes overseas, she comes through duty free and she brings me Crystal Head vodka.
Very discerning consumer there. Excellent.
I'm not kidding. Like, it is. I was like, I don't even think she realizes that it's vodka. I think she just loves the container that it's in, and it's like, for Mum, I'm a bit like her. It's like, look at the pretty sparkly thing. I want that on my shelf. So I just have all these mini bottles of Crystal Head at home now.
Well, she's very hip. I hope you're trying the fluid there. You got to crack them open and drink it.
Oh yeah, no. These are not. These are not just
the-
to sit on the shelf.
Yeah, we love the empties. My favorite kind of bottle.
They do. Is Mum's one of your target markets?
Well, Crystal Head appeals to anybody who wants to drink cleaner, and women do like it because they want to drink healthy and clean, and it makes great cocktails.
Well, they do say
There's
vodka, lime, and soda has the
Well,
least amount of calories in it. If you are
65 calories per shot
go.
in
He
our,
knows what
in our
he's talking
vodka. And
about.
then, of course, we don't have any additives in ours. That's the difference between ours and the ones that are lesser priced. Is we have no glyceride, we have no lemonine, and no sugar. Sugar they add for sweetness, glyceride to cut the mask and to mask the alcohol smell, and then lemonine to produce a sweetness and a viscosity. These are industrial oils in their raw form. They can be quite harmful, but they don't put enough in vodkas or any other drinks to hurt you or kill you. But if you knew you could have a vodka that doesn't have glyceride in it, the choice would be crystal clear.
Oh, you're very good.
My mum, I love that our mums all have vodka stories.
Our
'cause
mums are a bit boozy.
My mum,
What's
Michelle,
going on there?
her go-to drink was, I think it's called a Harvey Wallbanger.
Oh,
It's like a posh name for vodka and orange.
Yep, that's right.
would
I
this
believe
mix
there's
well?
a brown. There might be a brown spirit in a Wallbanger. I
Oh,
think that
really?
They mix bourbon in there. I'm
I'll
not
probably
sure.
chuck
God.
some
Has
rum
to,
in there.
you have to ask a professional bar chef.
Okay.
Just ask
like
Dan's
like
mum.
Yeah.
Joy at the Bentley. Go ask for Joy at Bentley's, and she'll make you go in and say I sent you, and go in there and say you want the 1954 bar car martini.
Joy.
At Bentley's, she'll make you the 1954 bar car martini with the vodka. It's just delicious. A little splash of olive juice, tiny rinse of vermouth. It's what you would have received on the Long Island Railroad in the 50s or 60s if you were a Madison Avenue executive going to work at 10 in the morning. You
Oh,
could get a
yeah.
martini on the train. What a civilized country the United States
nowadays-
used to be. Now
nowadays-
they've cut it. The Long Island Railroad cut out alcohol and can't get it on the train.
These days, if someone's giving you glass on the subway now, they're trying to stab you with it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Dan,
indeed.
please tell me that you have several bars in your home.
Well, I've always had a bar. We lived in Ottawa.
Legend.
In Canada, Ottawa, Canada, and there was we lived in an old house there, and there was a coal shuttle. It was kind of a half door, which they used to send the coal in, and that was my first bar. My friends used to crouch down, slide downstairs, and I had a bar
so
there
cool.
with barber chairs and an old TV, and that was my first bar. My second one was at 505 Queen Street East in Toronto. I ran that with my friend John DeVicus, who designed the Ghostbusters movie with me. So that was a
Just
kind of an
pals.
after-hour club that we used to serve after hours, 1 in the morning and on, to streetcar drivers and dancers and waiters and waitresses getting off work. And by the time we left that place, there was a wall of bottles going all the way
I
up to the
bet.
fence in the backyard. And then we had the Blues Bar in New York. Johnny and I had that. Belushi and I, we had that.
my
Hudson and Dominic. We had I was walking by one day. I needed a place to park my Harley, and I looked $300 a month, this old bar. So I really just got it, rented to put my bike in there, and had a jukebox and a great old longshoreman's bar, and an open trough for a sewer, And I thought, this is
This is
what
the
we want.
place.
And we had many great parties there. Wow, I had David Bowie in that room, and Francis Ford Coppola, and ZZ Top, and the Stones, and Paul Simon, and many great jams went on in that bar after the shows.
My goodness.
And then now, of course, we have House of Blues. We have 13 venues across the United States, and so I've always had a bar.
Wow.
You should open one in Sydney for sure.
House of Blues would go really well here.
Yeah, you should 100% do it. Like, I'm on board. I'll be at opening night.
Oh yeah, no, it would really work here. It's owned by Live Nation now, the big concert company, and they've got to decide to do it or not. I don't sit on the board anymore.
Let's put the
I founded
pressure
the
on.
company, but I don't really have a say in it.
Let's get a Kickstarter.
On the SNL tip, I feel a bit like Wayne and Garth, and I just feel like going, we're not worthy. Like, this is amazing. This is so great.
You'll get over that.
Hey, Dan, you did mention Ghostbusters. Can we talk quickly about the reboot, the all-girl reboot of Ghostbusters?
Well, they're shooting it right now in
So
Boston.
they're in production. Are you across all of this? Do you get, do you have eyes and ears on the set? Do you know what's going on?
I don't know whether I'm going to be in it or not. That's up to the director to decide whether he wants to use me or not. And it's perfectly all right if I'm not in there. I get all the production reports, the sheets of every
What's the
day.
report? What's the latest report?
On time, on schedule, blowing minds everywhere. The footage looks great. The studio is so happy. And the girls are just intelligent and sharp and badass.
It's a great cast.
And they're handling the new equipment well.
Are you stoked to see people from SNL then moving into movies just like you did?
Yes, I've always supported the cast ever since I left, and you've got Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones from the show in there, and Kristen Wiig, who's an SNL veteran. You can't get better than that.
No,
Melissa
hilarious.
McCarthy is essentially an SNLer. She's like Steve Martin or Tom Hanks or
one of the
or
bunch.
Alec Baldwin.
Always
part of the gang.
invited to the parties.
She's but she performs. I mean, she's like I would say sort of a kind of an honorary player,
Okay.
and more than that because she's she comes in and so she's really a member of the SNL group.
Do you know, have you got much to do with the fact that there's also, because I got so excited when they were rebooting it with a female cast, but then I heard there's also one with Channing Tatum.
He's got a great idea. His writers have a fantastic idea for
Okay.
it.
You don't think it's going to steal the thunder from the fact that there's a female one?
Well, the female one will come out next, and then hopefully maybe
There'll be
their
another
story
one.
but completely
What's
different.
the idea?
I can't say.
Can you give us a hint?
Is it
that's a billion-dollar
something
industrial
like
secret that I will not divulge. But the story is
Ghostbusters
so
meets 21, 22, 23 Jump Street something?
It's Magic Mike.
It's more into sort of more mythology and spirituality, and it's good. It's good. And then there's another idea from the guys who did the Lego movie.
Oh, I love those guys.
He's falling. Sorry, Dan Aykroyd's falling off his chair. He's so excited to be on the show. No, our chairs are terrible, and I apologise. They're really uncomfortable.
That's fine. Well, it keeps us on our toes. We're not supposed to be sitting.
You're lucky that that's
is
not
true.
the ejector chair because that could get awkward.
Like in the Aston Martin, yeah. I've always wanted one of those.
I'm glad you brought up the word spiritual because the shape of the heads of the bottles it's a spiritual thing. It's not just the crystal head it's a spiritual thing. You're a spiritual guy, right?
I like to think so. I
and
like
it's
to
a
think
spirit.
that all our spirits are linked. We are all one.
Well, my spirits are linked.
And
On your shelf, thanks to Mum.
yeah, good discerning taste there in your mom. She gets the yellow star.
Something that happened earlier on the
Must
show.
buy. Yellow star, yellow dot must buy.
Something that happened earlier on the show, Dan. I'd love to pick your brains about this. Like, you're into the paranormal with Ghostbusters. You're into this spiritual stuff as well. We actually had a psychic on the show who claimed, are you aware of a guy called Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter?
Yes, I am.
Crikey, yeah.
Yes.
She claimed that she could communicate with him and that he could pass on a message from Cecil the lion.
Okay.
Have a listen.
This literally happened on our show. This happened this week.
We'd like to talk to Cecil the lion.
Well, I could probably ask Steve to bring him through. I know it sounds a bit strange.
You're going to get Steve Irwin to creep up on Cecil the lion.
Steve Irwin and I are still very connected with each other. So I feel Steve talking about Cecil the lion, he was incredibly intuitive and he had tried to be hunted a few times. They didn't get him. They ended up following another animal or something. But so there's about 4 or 5 times that they did try to get Cecil, but it's like, nah, 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 nah.
Well, I know when I pass through the veil that there'll be certain individuals waiting for me in the form that I knew them. My writing partner, Tom Davis, probably Belushi.
Yeah.
If the lion's there, I'll do my best to, shake his paw and go have a drink. And before my soul moves on to my ultimate journey, I'll give the lion a hug. Oh, yes. He can be part of my group, no problem.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks for coming in.
Sure.
It's so good to meet you.
We are going old school on the station from 9 a.m. and we've asked our music boss if we could, as a tribute to the 90s, play the theme to Ghostbusters. Oh, by the way, do you know who's doing the theme for the new movie?
Oh, yeah. He's doing the new score.
I don't know.
No scoop
I know.
there.
Well, you
Is
know
there
what?
anybody that you would like to give the job to?
Well, let me think. Well, there's so many great. I love John Powell. He's a great scorer. He does the Bourne movies.
I'll see. We were
and
thinking
Oh,
more
wow.
Happy
Kanye.
Feet and then,
We were
you know,
thinking
and
Taylor
that.
Swift,
Yeah.
but whatever it's called.
Well, wouldn't it be great to have Taylor Swift in there as a cameo and have her sing a song? That'd be great. Yeah.
Be
Well,
awesome.
Our boss, Irene, she's right there. And she said that the only way we can play the Ghostbusters theme is if you officially say, Irene, the Ghostbusters theme must be played at 9 a.m. today.
Well, I can't give orders around here,
Oh,
but
no,
I
yes,
can make
you
a
can.
request.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
here we go.
You can.
All right.
I would request that the Ghostbusters theme be played at 9 a.m. today, Monday.
Irene?
Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
thumbs up.
Good.
There's a thumbs up. We don't
Okay.
usually get a lot of thumbs up from her. We
No.
get different hand gestures.
Exactly. Dan Aykroyd, it has been an absolute pleasure.
thanks,
And
you
look,
guys.
if you are planning a party or you just like a drink after work today, do yourself a favour and grab Crystal Head, the new one, which is out now. Aurora, it's out. The bottle looks amazing.
God,
it's
it's
here
pretty,
in front of
isn't
us.
it? Yeah.
All the details,
Yes.
all the information, crystalheadvodka.com. Dan Aykroyd, you are a legend, and thank you for coming on the show.
Well, God bless you guys. Thanks. Have a great and safe season. Take care.